Hello, welcome back. In the last video, we overcame some hurdles and were able to create a stack. And here it is, our data structure that we created. Now, in this video, we will write a C++ program that utilizes the stack. If you do not want to create the stack, that's completely okay. Just go up here and include the stack. Let's just get rid of everything that we aren't using, just then we have a better workplace. And that should be it. The program will read in a file consisting of a student's GPA, grade point average, followed by the student's name. We will then print out the highest GPA and any student whose GPA matches that highest GPA. We will only scan the input file once. Also, we assume that there is a maximum of 100 students in the class. Or should I say, we are making it such that we only consider 100 students in a class. And this is the file we are working with. And if you pay attention, this file, or should I say the names in this file, consist of a fusion or combination of horror movie villains and Disney characters. What should the program do? It should take as input some file and then scan that file and somehow differentiate between a GPA and the highest GPA. So we read in the first GPA and the name of the student. Obviously, this is the first time we read any data, therefore it is the highest GPA so far. We will then continue to read the GPA of the next student and their name. We then compare that GPA with the highest GPA so far. And we will have three cases. The newly read GPA is greater than the highest GPA. In that case, we update the value of highest, we initialize the stack, we say the name of the student having the highest GPA so far, or the second situation is the new GPA is equal to the highest GPA. In that case, all we do is we add the name of the new student to the stack. And the final case is the new GPA is smaller than the highest GPA so far. In that case, there's no need for us to regard that GPA. So let's get into the actual coding. Let's go up here and ensure that we have everything that we need. So we'll need IO stream, we'll need IO manipulation, we will need a means to read file, so we shall take an fstream. We shall need a means to work with strings, so I'll include the string library, and finally I will include our own stack type. Now again, if you do not want to create your own stack type, just include stack. You should be okay. And we are also using the namespace standard. So let's create a few variables, a double called GPA, a double called highest score, a string called name. And let's create our stack type. Which will be of type string because we are reading in names. And we shall cap it at 100 max students. Now, let's do an input file stream called input file. And let's open our file, input file.open, and we'll just pass in gpa.txt. Now, we can see on the left here that the file does exist, but just in case, let's add in some decision making. So if not input file, let's do the file does not exist. Get wrecked. and endl. Let's just do return 1. Let's do our console output fixed show point, and let's do something else. Let's also do set position after the decimal point and max it out at 2. From our input file, we will grab in the GPA and the name. And we shall say right now, because it's the highest, we shall say highest score is equal to, that's wrong, let's do it as highest GPA. Highest GPA. Okay. Highest GPA is equal to the current GPA because, as I said, it's the highest one we have read so far. While input file, so while we still have data within our input file, if GPA is greater than highest GPA, we shall initialize our stack, stack.initialize stack, which is a nice way of saying we read a higher value, so let's clear out our current stack. If not stack dot is full, so if our stack isn't full, then we shall do a stack dot push name, and we shall set highest GPA equal to the GPA that we have just read. Else if GPA is equal to the highest GPA, we have a match, and therefore all we do is do a check if not is stack dot full is full. So again, we're reading a GPA. The GPA was equal to the highest GPA. In that case, all we do is push the name. But if the stack is full, we'll just give out an error and say, just to make it clear for the user, in case they wonder why the name is not presenting at the end, stack is full. Program will terminate. And I'll actually, no point of us doing that, let's let the program run, we just won't consider that name. That should be okay. Coming out of that, let's do in file GPA name. That should handle all of that, and now let's do cout console output highest GPA is equal to highest GPA, and do an end line. All students with the highest GPA are as follows. And then while not stack dot is empty, we shall do a cout stack dot top endl, and we have to get rid of the topmost element, so we'll do a stack dot pop. And what is this for? Is that nothing? Was that a mistake? Seems like it was. If we save this, Stack type, no such file or directory. Stack type dot h. Expected identifier before if, line 80. Okay, yep, my mistake here. Expected declaration for the token, so line 78. So somewhere am I missing? So that's right. That matches, that matches, that matches. That's a match, that's a match, which means for my int main, am I missing one? Nope, I am not. Expected declaration before the curly brace token on line 78. So the error is somewhere above. Okay. Let's just go through double GPA, highest GPA, name, my string, my int file, open, that's right. Okay. If GPA is higher than current GPA, we'll do that. Else if, else. And does that match with anything? Yes, it does. This also matches. Expected declaration of something before the closing token on line 78. Am I missing a declaration somewhere? While not stack dot is empty. It's not this. Stack dot push. Pull failed 1, errors 1. That was a mistake. On line 77, okay. So the error is definitely before all of this. Fstream, all of this is okay. Stack type is okay. I open my file, okay. I set my position. I take in two values, that being the GPA and the name. I set my highest GPA equal to GPA. I check my in file. If GPA is greater than highest GPA, I initialize my stack. And then make sure my stack is not full, which obviously cannot be full because I just initialized it. But anyway, I then push name, and then I set highest GPA equal to GPA. I think I'm missing my infile.close. Okay, else if GPA is equal to highest GPA. If not, stack.is full, stack.push name. Else, I just say stack is full and I carry on. And in line with my else, I have my infile. So I assume this is the error. Let's just get rid of this for now. Expected declaration. Interesting. Line 71. Students. Somewhere I have a curly brace that should not be there. Else if, else. Double GP. Okay, let's get rid of this for now. Let's get rid of that. Still there. In file, expected declaration. So I assume that is that the problem? That cannot be the problem. So that's not the problem. Okay. Somewhere something is not correct. Expected the declaration before the token. Fair enough. This is going to go down as one of my longest videos just because there's a silly error that I cannot find. Beginner worries. Look at me, years later, still suffering. Okay, I'm assuming these are the issues. No. Declaration. Being declared, being declared, being declared. In file, GPA and name. GPA and name. Highest GPA is equal to name. That's correct. My integer main function. Let's just for fun get rid of this entire thing. Do a save. Alright, so there is a problem for some weird reason. Just not recognizing that int main. And just do a return of 0. No, because it does seem to be a problem. Okay. Are you the problem? No, still not the problem. Interesting. It says line 15, expected declaration before the token. Something weird going on over here. And I'm not too sure what that is. Okay, let's get my program back. Expected a declaration before token. So this still works perfectly. So it's not the file that's not been read. Fstream. Still get that error down there. Unexpected declaration before the closing brace token on line 77. It's definitely could be a naming issue, but once I removed everything, I still had that issue. Let's for fun remove all of this, right? And just do a simple console output hello world and do an endl. Nope, I still get that issue. Let me save that. Save everything. Close my project. Yes, I do. I'll open it again. And that appeared out of nowhere. Okay. That's very odd. So essentially what had happened was, let's say that there was a curly brace here. But even though I had removed all other lines, there was no curly brace indicated on the next most line. So say 76, there's no curly brace here. Very odd. Just go back. Just go back. So when I opened the file, I saw that on line 77. And the error I was getting was stated that there should have been a declaration before this token. But that's the thing. I had removed all data below this. It's very weird. But anyway, that was a very simple solution. Typically, syntax error or say logic error. In this case, I have no idea why that happened. But hey, it's just like if your computer isn't working, just do a restart or just power off, power on. Tends to solve a lot of things. Anyway, that's all done. That was fun. Let's do an F9. Let's do an F10. And hey, there we go. Highest GPA. That's terrible. Highest GPA. Highest GPA is 3.9. All students with the highest GPA are as follows: Azura, that being my dog, Minnie, that being a mouse, and Leatherface, that being a serial killer. And that was it. Now, excluding the very long and tedious debugging session, the program is not that many lines. It's very straightforward, very simple. The last video, that took much longer. I'm talking about the code, not me looking for a bug. And that's how we want our programs to be. Do a lot of the logic at an earlier stage and do a lot of the main program. Keep it simple at a later stage. And that is all.